Hello guys, welcome back to Photographics Academy. All right, so I'm going to be showing you very beautiful tricks, or let me call it quick tips you can use to improve your studio backgrounds. Yeah, so I don't even really know exactly the direction the video is going to go, but I'm very certain that we're going to produce very beautiful image. So we're going to be trying out how to use patterns from your dress, from the dress of your model. We're also going to be trying out how to put you can create your own pattern in Photoshop. I'm also going to show you just different ways you can make your studio backgrounds look really stunning and amazing. So without wasting much of your time, let's quickly get started. The first thing I'm going to do definitely is to separate the object from the background, and to do that I'm going to crop her with my 8x10 social media size. Then I'm going to turn on my content aware over here so that once it's cropping, it's going to automatically fill up those edges for me. Once this is done, go to your select subject. So pick up any selection tool and select subject. After you've done your select subject, right click and select inverse. So at this point, you might need to zoom in to make sure that your selection is perfect. Okay, so I think I can work with what I have. Make a duplicate of your background, right click and go to the layer via cut. Now we'll have the object on a separate layer and the background on a different layer. Now let's quickly get started. The first thing I want to do is to, create a very beautiful color on the background. So I'm going to try using her dress as the background color. That is the first tip. So you might want to use the dress of your model as the background color. So looking at her dress, you'll notice you have quite a lot of colors on it. So I'm going to pick the one that is towards the blue. Press OK. Now change the blend mode to multiply so that the shadows can come back, or overlay. But overlay is going to be very light, color is going to be very flat. So I always love doing multiply. So you notice that we did not lose even a single dimension in the image. We still have our background, our shadows intact. We can even duplicate to make it darker. Group the two of them together, merge it to a single layer, merge group, change it to multiply. So we'll get a very dark. I even preferred this. I like what linear bond is doing, because I was intending to use multiply, still darken the background, but I love what linear bond is giving me. So I'm going to stick with linear bond. So the first tip or trick you might want to always use on your studio backgrounds to make your object stand out is to use the color of the dress, especially when you're working with a plain background. The next thing you want to do, or you might want to do, is to add lightening. But before we do that, I'm noticing something over here. We didn't make the selection right over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the layer where that is located, and I'm going to use my brush to just, clean that part off. Because it's a chain she's wearing, so it's still going to look very beautiful and properly blended in, because what she's wearing is actually a metal, so it's not going to look off if we lose it at the end of the day. Look at where it is. So the one reflecting on her body is not chain, those ones are ropes. Now I'm noticing that the blend mode we used is affecting the edge of our image, so we'll go for something lighter. Yeah, this works for me. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to add a dramatic lightning behind her. So I'm going to drag in these lights. Of course, the light will be available for you if you want to use it. Just go to the description of the video. You will see the link to join our Telegram community. So once you join our Telegram community, we'll make it available for you there. So I'll just put this light leak over here and change the blend mode to soft light, overlay, anything that will allow you lose the black parts and still maintain the lights. Look at this. Look at how beautiful it looks in luminosity. You can actually bring it down and you have a very good light flowing down from there, or you stick with your soft light. So now the light cannot just be coming in from that particular angle. So we need to make the light go into, we need to put the light into the background like this. So it looks like the light is flowing in from that particular side. So you would think there's a light source over there that is lightening it up. That is another way you can put drama to your image. Look at it without the light, look at it with the light. You of course might want to reduce the effect so that it gives you a very nice image. Another thing we can do is to turn off the whole thing entirely and use the pattern of her dress. So I already used my ChatGPT to generate the pattern of her dress. So all you need to do is just to take your image into ChatGPT, tell ChatGPT to use the patterns on her dress and give you a pattern you can use as a background. And this is the result I got with mine. Press OK. Two things you can do: change the blend mode to maybe like multiply. Or if you do it like that, you will notice that your image is not, giving you a proper blending. Now, what you can do is to drag the pattern, to the place where the ground started, like this. Something like this. Once you do that, pick up your rectangular marquee tool or just press Ctrl J, Ctrl T, leap vertically. So it's going to bring one down, place it downwards like this, then zoom all the way out, hold your Ctrl to change the perspective. So this is going to form the floor for you like this. So once you finish changing your perspective, this is the result you are going to get. So automatically you get a floor. So we've been able to create a floor. Let me show you. This is the before, this is the after. But there are a few distractions you are going to notice. One of the distractions you notice is that because you're using the same pattern, the background is now competing with the image. So there are a few things you can do. First of all, you might want to blur out the background a little bit so that the attention will leave the background slightly and push towards the image. And you might want to use your tilt shift blur to do that, so that you create that depth and not just have a straight blur all the way through, but you still get the floor a bit in focus and all of that. Yes, so you can leave it here and drag this all the way up slightly to create that depth, then press OK. Another thing you can do if you don't want to use your blur, I actually love the result I'm having here. So I think I'm going to create a snapshot here so that we can revisit this exact moment later. Another thing you can do is to just create a depth using your brightness. So you can just, make a selection and go to your curves adjustment layer, darken it down like this. You change the blend mode to luminosity so it doesn't affect the color. And immediately the object stands out from the background. And if you feel like the floor is also distracting, you can as well do the same thing with the floor like this. So all you need to do is to clip it to the floor and you get that depth. So now you are seeing the object standing out on its own with the background there. Now we have to match the two of them together so that we'll go to the third thing we can do to create drama on our background. So the last one we would be looking at is using, so I call it perspective. So the way to create it is very simple. Pick up your rectangular marquee tool and just make a shape over here. Then go to your solid color, pick any color of your choice. So for me, I'm going to be using this orange. Use your move tool, hold your alternate and make a duplicate. So I'm going to duplicate it like 5 times. Okay, I think we need one more. Beautiful. So once you are done, merge everything together into one layer. Hold your shift, go to the last one, go to merge layer. Now you have all of them serving as a single layer. Pick up your rectangular marquee to select the down parts, just where the floor would begin. Select this, so I think it's here. Right click and go to layer via cut. Press Ctrl T, right click and go to perspective. Now you have to zoom out, hold your control and just drag the edges. So what this is going to do for you is that it's going to split the edge and draw it out into perspective. So when you are looking at it, it's looking like, the floor is stretching out right in front of you. So you can decide any direction you want it to go. So for this one, I'm going to be keeping it like this. Press OK. Now you have to match the two of them together. I notice the one up slightly shifted. So just use your arrow key down and pull it in. And that should work. Beautiful. So match the two of them together into a single layer. You can as well decide to change the blend mode to any blend mode that allows you blend it into your original background. And you can still change the color if you wish to. How you can change the color is to load up another solid color and clip it to what you created down here. So as you are changing the color of the solid color from here, it's going to be changing to any other color you want to change it. So I think the green looks really beautiful. So I'm going to stick with the green. Of course, this should still go into color so that you don't lose your shadows. So these are the ways you can create magic and depth in your image. You can as well load up your solid color on this, but it's going to look really weird, or even load up your lightning effect on it. So I'm going to take you through everything we have created so far. I really love the way this is looking. So I'm going to take you through everything we have created so far so that you see different ways you can create magic on your background, and tell me the one you prefer in the comment section. So the first one we did, I think I'm going to turn all of them off. So the first one we did was very simple. Create a solid color and apply a lighting on it. I think this was the easiest one. And the second one was to use the texture of her dress to create a background. I already told you how you can generate the texture using ChatGPT. And the last one we did was creating that color pattern on the background and still applying your lightning on it. If you wish, you can load up and change the color or even restore the original color of the background before now. But I think I love it like this. You can as well change the color to anything you want it to be. You can even remove this color and still load off this one, depending on your creative style. But I really love it looking like this. Thank you so much for watching this amazing video. Do make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you subscribe, click on the notification bell to get notified every single time we drop a new video. Until then, see you on the next one.